Welcome back to another episode of Story Behind the Story. This episode, I am joined by Sammie. Sammie wrote an article over Student Senate, so we will just hop straight into it. Kind of give me a brief overview of your article and some of the things that you touched on in there.
So just last week, the first week of April, Student Senate had their big elections where they elected all open voting positions on campus. And so the big one that we chose to focus on was the 4 members of the executive board, the president, the vice president, the treasurer, and the secretary. Who all ran on a ticket together and were all and all elected together. And so we wrote about them and how they came to join Senate and what they hope to gain from the experience and what they hope the future for Senate is.
And then learning alongside all of that, what are some of the plans that they maybe want to implement? What are some of their future things that they want to see?
So the big thing for them, their campaign slogan was for change, and a lot of what they talked about was wanting to improve inclusivity on Senate and make sure that Senate is really representing all populations on the student body. And also just kind of expanding what Senate does, because last year they had a lot of overflow budget, and so they're like, we could be doing so much more. What can we be doing to better help students rather than just sitting here with this money?
Yeah, and then after everything that you included in your article, what is maybe something that you couldn't just quite fit in there that's still pretty interesting that people should know?
Yeah, because of the broadness of the election of so many people being elected, we got really narrowed by the executive board. But a big thing that happened was there weren't quite enough people to run for all the positions. And so one person ran for one of the 5 on-campus representative positions, but they got a class representative position. So now all 5 seats in the on-campus representative positions are open. And so they're still seeking people to fill those positions for Senate for next year.
And then if any of our viewers are curious, how would they be able to apply for one of those 5 positions?
They can apply through Bearcat Link. One of the cool ways to get through Senate is through associate membership, which means you don't sit at the round table, but it's kind of a gateway into learning what Senate is and what Senate does and how it works, and then later taking on higher level positions like on-campus and off-campus representatives.
And then we will wrap it up with a fun question. If you were an exec and president, one of those, what is one of the things that you would implement or change about campus?
Oh, that's a hard question.
It could be fun, it could be serious.
I think I would like to focus on reaching those smaller, lesser known student organizations and getting them in touch and getting students to know about them. And also just connecting with more students and getting to know the student population, because it's kind of easy on this campus once you're an upperclassman and you're kind of in your department, it's easy to kind of get pigeonholed and only talk to the people you have classes with.
Yeah.
So it'd be a cool opportunity for me to really get to know more and more students.
Okay. Sammie, thank you so much for joining us once again. Also, give it up for the new haircut.
Thank you.
That is going to wrap things up for this episode of Story Behind the Story. Thank you for joining us. I've been John Walker. We will catch you next time on the KNWT Channel 8 YouTube exclusive.